everybody, and welcome back. My name's Karen. I'm one half of Kiora Creations, and welcome to another vlog. This one's coming a little bit later, but there's been lots happening, so let's get straight into it. First of all, I'm going to show you some market makes that I've done in the last 8 days. It hasn't been a lot because we've been away, but nonetheless, there's still some market makes. So we'll start with these little fellas here. Now, everybody knows them as leggy froggies. So that's my little leggy froggy. Now, the pattern is called Tiny Baby Froggies, and it's a free Instagram pattern from Cat's Crafty Crochet Corner. Now, I have made this one before. I wasn't overly impressed with the first 2 that I made, but surprisingly they're a seller. So I've given the pattern another go. Now that I've got the hang of it, it's a very quick, easy make. Now, it is very, very simple. It's crocheted from the top from a chain of 7, 2 bobbles, and then down the legs, arms first, arms and legs are crocheted in as you're going. The only sew is, there is no sew because it's all done in the one thing and you crochet it all together. So with this, I've used some leftover yarn and also some gifted yarn that has been given to me. It's all a chenille, so it's these ones here, which I've made in this colour before, as a leftover Spotlight value ball. This is some gifted yarn that was gifted to me. Now, as I said, they're a very, very quick make. I used a number 5 hook and I used 12mm eyes to make the eyes pop. So I made him, her, I've already got the price tag on it, and that one there. So now let's see if I can hold these all together. Won't that be interesting? So I've made a total of 4, not a great photo, but I've made 4 little leggy froggies. So that is great. So they'll be going into my market bag. Now, the second thing that I've made is Swampy the Axolotl. Lots of us have seen this one. It is a very simple make also. You start in the round from the front, goes all the way, crocheted all the way down, front legs and back legs are all done in the round. Now, I chose a different colour to go around and a different colour for the gills, a contrasting colour to the colour that I've got in. Now, as I said, it's Swampy the Axolotl. A lot of people have already made that one. I actually like the tail on this. I think it's pretty cool. Now, it is a paid pattern from Etsy, from Peach Puff Patterns. Now, I do have to make a hell of a lot more of these, but I've only got one done so far. This is a blanket yarn. Now, I don't know what blanket yarn it was. It was just a rolled up ball that I've had. So I'm trying to use a lot of balls that are just sitting there at the moment. The only thing I do know is this here and the little gills is Parfait Chunky. Once again, I'm just using up yarn. Pretty much stash busting this last week has been. So yeah, 12mm eyes again and a 5mm hook. There's the eyes in there. I don't really want them any bigger than that. I'm happy with that. So that's Swampy the Axolotl. Now, the last thing that I've made is 2 more bandanas. I've done this one and this one. Now, it's a free YouTube tutorial from Passionate Kelsey. Very easy make. You start down the bottom here with 2 doubles, and you just keep growing as you go up. Now I like to do 12 rows, 12 rows, and then I do the scalloped edge around the side. These I like to do 85 stitches and then just crochet back into them, just a single crochet back down, 5mm hook again, and yeah, so that was my bandana. Now that was made with various cotton yarn. Again, once again, I'm stash busting. I have got lots, and you know, the little balls, not much bigger than that, or a little bit bigger. So I've been stash busting the past 8 days, just trying to use up some of the yarn that I've got. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, also a little bit of an update. I've been away. I've been to my granddaughter's 5th birthday. We travelled up and back, had a lovely time with family. My gorgeous girl's now 5 years old. Hard to imagine that it's been 5 years since she entered our life, but it seems like a lifetime ago. Just doesn't seem possible that she was never not here. In the last video, I did say that I would put up a map. I will put up a map this time. Forgot all about it last time, so I'll put in a map so you can see exactly where we're going. Also, I'm just going to slot in here a couple of videos that I took while we were up at their place, just to show you a bit of around the place, and also a photo of the birthday morning for my granddaughter, her presents and all that ready for her when she woke up. So if you don't want to see this, flick through for the next 3 minutes or so, and I'll see you on the other side. Hi everybody, and welcome to another vlog. I'm here in Queensland at my family's house for my granddaughter's 5th birthday party today. So I just thought I'd take a little bit of footage to show you what it's like here. Currently I'm standing in the shade, but we'll just do a swing around to the back of me. So just bear with me as I'm going around. Over there behind my shoulder there is their pigs. And the paddocks, as you can see, very, very dry here. They're in a drought declared area, and just going around, everybody congregating around a fire. That's their little house, and we keep going. Green grass for their lawn, and everybody's parked up to be here. So as I said, this is their little place here in Queensland, and it's going to be a Unicorn and Sparkle's 5th birthday today, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll get some more footage as time goes on, but I just thought I'd give a quick check-in and say hi. All right then, I'll catch you again soon. Bye. Well, here we are. We're getting ready to head back to Launceston, Tasmania. We're still in St. George, but on our way to the airport this morning, we have stopped at a clearance auction. I do believe that helicopter is not for sale, but just the same. Just looking around, and I'll spin around. It's a clearance sale of some sort, but today is previewing. I believe that my son and his owner of the property that he works on are looking at some items to buy, so here we are. It'll be interesting to see, but I just thought I'd give you a quick look around and show you a little bit how dry the dirt is here. Alright then, I'll see you in the next one. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little look around. Now, just a little bit of an update on markets. As I said in the last video, I've been accepted back into the Lilydale market, which is on the 13th of next month. I was only successful in securing one table. It is an indoor market. I normally have 2 tables, but this time they've only been able to offer me one. That's fine. We can work with that. So that's the market for September. Now, I have also applied to do a show market. And now the show is being conducted at one of our local schools around the area. It's at a place called Ringarooma. Now the school actually puts on the local show there. So I made application and I got into that for 2 tables. Now that one is not until the 7th of November, so heaps of time to prep for that. I'm not actively searching for the little markets. I'm going to try and concentrate for the rest of the year on the bigger style markets, purely because I'm not keeping up with stock. Everybody has that issue, I'm well aware. I just have a lot of things happening between now and the end of the year, so I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to get it to be a chore. As I said, just a few things happening, so I will probably look for a market in October, maybe the Lilydale market again if I'm successful in that, and then, as I said, the one in November. And I'm not real sure what I'm going to do in December. I'm tossing up whether to do a 2-day market or just maybe pick up 2 markets. I'm unsure at this stage. There's still heaps of time to decide. All the applications for that haven't closed, and the one that I want to do is the 2-day market. The applications actually haven't gone out for that. They're a bit slow in getting their applications out. That's providing they are still going to have it. Now, they did have it last year and I and ahed and decided not to. There's actually a couple of 2-day markets in Launceston, which is where I'd have to go. Not real sure what I'm going to do yet. We'll play it by ear and see what happens. But that's it for my market update as such, which brings me to another question. And it's a question that I've had and I really don't know the answer to. And I thought, well, maybe somebody can give me some guidance here. Is how much stock do you have for your markets? How much dollar value do you take to the markets? And how many items is it? Now, I did a quick calculation of the plushies that I have. I don't think it's very much. I'm just wondering what the dollar value is of people's stock that they take to markets. So at the moment, I do have quite a few of these littler makes. I do have some in this price range, but I've only got 2 in the bigger range and then 1 in the over $30 category. I know I need to make some more of the bigger items and possibly in the medium size category as well, but I don't want to get in and make heaps and heaps and heaps and then have heaps left over. I guess that's a catch-22 situation. How much stock do you take? How much stock? Very confusing for me. First time I've ever gone down this path. I always thought that I had enough stock to do markets, and then as I have done a lot of markets at the beginning of this year, I realised that I really don't have that much stock. I constantly sell out of beanies. I constantly sell out of the smaller plushies. And there's a few other items that I constantly sell out of, but I don't seem to be able to make enough to sustain me for the market period. And I will admit it's not a lot that I have, but then to keep restocking while the market season is on is very tiring, and I find that I'm burning myself out. So any suggestions in that area would be greatly appreciated. I'm open to all sorts of suggestions, obviously, because I'm asking for advice. So if anybody has got any ideas out there, please let me know. Now that will bring us to the end of this video. It's not a very long one. My apologies for that. As I said, not much market prep has been happening, and we've only been back for 4 days. So I was straight back into work, and term 3 is always busy, but then we'll head into term 4 of school, and that's even busier still. So on that note, I'm going to finish here. I hope everybody's had a great week. I look forward to hearing from you. If you're new here and you've just watched this video through, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, please subscribe. If there's anyone out there that wants me to give a shout out, please let me know. We're here to support each other and to share our videos to each other, especially in the Australian side of things. There's not a lot of us, but we are starting to grow. To our worldwide friends, if you can give us a shout out too, that would be awesome. And likewise in return, if I can give you a shout out, I will certainly do so. I'm not a very big channel. I don't have a lot of viewers, but subscribers, I should say. But I'm always wanting to build on that. So yeah, give us a shout out, or as I said, I'm more than happy to give you a shout out to my little community as well. Anyway, once again, second time lucky. Thank you for watching. I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a great week. Bye.